Are you curious about what a PM does and what the job is really all about? If yes, then this video will answer all your questions. And hopefully by the end of it, you'll also know if it is something that you want to pursue or not. So in this video, we'll talk about the day-to-day work of a product manager, and we'll also talk about what does a successful product manager look like. Before we get started, guys, this channel is all about product management and how to build your career in one. So please subscribe to this channel if you're interested in it as well, and please give a thumbs up to this video if you like the content as well. So let's get this started. There are many roles available in the market: product manager, project manager, technical product manager, product owner, and on goes the list. While many companies use these roles interchangeably, there's still a slight difference between each of these roles and what their responsibilities will be. In this video, we'll talk about the product manager role and what it means in general. However, I will do another video which will help you understand the difference between these designations as well. There are several phrases used to describe a product manager. He is the CEO of the product, or they're at the center of the tech, business, and CX for a product. While all of these are very flowery, none of them really tell you what a product manager really does in his day-to-day. And to be really honest, if you go to 5 different product managers in different companies and ask them what they really do, the answers could vary from one person to another. And why is this? Because a PM's job is to identify the problem, drive a vision, and then rally the team to achieve it. He may have to do whatever he can do to drive this. So there are an exact set of things that a PM does, and then there's that magic that every PM adds in his own specialized way. At the end of the day, guys, PMs are just hustlers who will get things done. Okay, I think you still don't know anything about what a product manager does, right? So let me make it more simple and put across to you. Product manager's main job is to ship products that people love. However, it is easier said than done. It starts from identifying what are the problems that the users have. For example, I'm a PM at Airbnb, and my job is to increase the number of users of the platform. As the PM, my first job is to understand the pain points of the users and try to understand why would somebody not pick Airbnb at the first place, or why would somebody choose something else over Airbnb at all. There are many ways to do your user research. I have done a series of videos on it and I've linked it on the description below. You can check it out later. However, whatever way a PM chooses to get empathy or understanding of their users is up to them, and it's about their original style. However, at the end of the day, a PM has to have deep insights about their users and what is it that they truly want. After this, the next step for a PM is to understand the market. And the best way to do is to see competitors and how they have solved the problems of the users. The PM should also try to understand at this point that how his product can be different for the user in comparison to the competition. Over here, a PM might want to do secondary research by checking out how other apps have done something, or they could also reach out to fellow PMs in the community and try to learn from them on how they solve a particular problem. After this, the PM's job is to understand the business priority and figure out where it is aligned with the user's pain point. Now mind you guys, this business priority could come even before the user pain points are discovered. For example, the idea that Airbnb has to increase its customers comes from a business priority as well, right? So it's not always a linear process. It could also be like a cyclic process where one thing leads to another. However, aligning on business priority is very critical, because at the end of the day, we are all a business and trying to drive impact for whoever is paying us, right? However, at times balancing business needs with the customer needs becomes very difficult. And to be honest, this is one of the hardest conversations that a PM would have. After this, the PM would spec out his solution, probably speak to the design team and get a design or a prototype that he can then take to the users and get their feedback. Notice that feedback loops are almost a continual part of a PM's journey. That's because they work with cross-functional team. They have to build significant understanding of those domains. Hence, maintaining an effective feedback channel is essential for maintaining trust and efficiency in the system. Once the prototypes have been tested and the feedback has been incorporated, the PM then takes this to the engineers to discuss how to implement the solution. By the way, a good PM does not start involving engineering at this point or at this later point in the journey. Ideally, the engineering team should start getting aligned right after the business prioritization has been done. This is because if you involve the engineering team right from the start, then the solutioning process can be more creative and it will be easy for you to rally the team later. Once the engineering team picks up the project, then the PM's job is mainly to make sure that the project gets delivered on time and that the team stays motivated enough throughout the process. He might have to rally for them, he might have to even make coffee for them at nights, but he has to get the work done. Meanwhile, they'll also start thinking of the launch plan of the product. Who will be the users, how will they discover the product, what will be the metrics that we track, and so on and so forth. They may work with marketing or business teams at this point. However, their main job is to identify a strategy and execute on it. And once the product is live, they'll measure the results and try to iterate until the final objective is met. I hope this helped you get a sneak peek into a PM's job. Essentially, a PM is the spokesperson of the user. You would notice how at each step his orientation changes, but they have to always stay true to their users and his objective. So guys, that's it for this video. Hope you have learned enough to make the decision of joining the product bandwagon or not. In this channel, we talk more about how to become a better product manager, how to enter the career as a product manager, and so on and so forth. So if you're interested in building your career as a PM, then please subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends who are on the same boat as you. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.